love above them all. Football news, predictions, we have it all. You can watch or listen, that's your call. Just join us on Beyond the Ball.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Beyond the Ball. I am a very happy Colly, and we're joined by a very sad Big Paddy.
I'm not very sad. I'm actually 3 games unbeaten. I'm quite happy, actually.
For fuck's sake. Right, Paddy, we're doing the usual this week. We are looking at the fancy football.
Most clean sheets this season in the league.
Jesus Christ. Well, fucking congratulations. You're the best fucking lingerie in England. Well done. Right, we're looking at the review, and then we're giving a review for the United and the Chelsea games, and then we're going to give our score predictions for the weekend. And then we have some extra content coming for everybody. We're going to be doing our start bench sell. We've done our goalkeepers. Paddy, we're going to be doing our right backs next. So that's going to be released, I think. Trying to figure out the best. Ooh. I'm trying to figure out the best release date. So you're going to have to just watch our socials to know when they're coming out, because we don't fucking know when it's best to post them. So that's going to happen. We're going to release them separately. So I'll be doing the Chelsea one. Paddy will be doing the United one. We'll be giving each other 3 players that we want to make them start bench and sell, who we think are probably the best that they've had in the team or the ever. Are we going to say that? Are we going to say best they've ever had?
Yeah, let's go ever, yeah.
Okay. And then we're going to be Paddy, massive one this week. So we give a little spoiler on the start bench sell.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna play it. Oh yeah.
Start bench sell between 5 of us.
Yeah, well, I know I'm starting anyway, so selling you straight away. Yeah, Paddy, for our audio listeners, that was our start bench sell with the graphic of who we're doing it, and it is Lampard, Scholes. And Gerrard. Oh, it's always one of the most talked about little debates that go on, so we're going to give our opinions on it. We've done it before, Paddy, but we haven't gone into much detail. We brushed over it, I believe. So we'll be getting our strong opinions, I'm gonna guess, across for this one. So that's gonna be coming as well. That'll be probably released on Saturday morning, I think. So yeah, again, we'll update everybody on the Instagram. So if you're not following us on Instagram, make sure you are. Paddy, right, we're gonna jump in straight away to the fancy football. Oh, Paddy. Not only am I a happy man because Chelsea are winning every single game. And by the way, sorry, I never mentioned I'm watching Chelsea and Barrow here as well. We're currently 2-0 up. Not surprised considering we're world class. But we're 23 minutes in and it's 2-0. Paddy, we're going to be... but I'm also a happy man with the fancy, because... Why didn't I pull this up for you now? All right, you ready? You ready for this? 82 points this week, Paddy. 58 is the average, and I have blown that out of the water. So we'll go through my team. Areola in goal. Gabriel, who got a goal.
Areola.
Oh, God. Romero in centre back with 2. Dallo got me 9. Luis Diaz got me 16. Matoma got me 5. Madweki, I'm going to have to consider taking him out. Got me 3. I captained Mo Salah. I brought him in and I captained him. Thought it was going to be great, but unfortunately, I shouldn't have done it. Haaland scored again, as usual. 9 points for him. Nicholas Jackson, if I had just stood by him, I would have got some beautiful points there. So 16 points he got me. I was going to captain him, and then I made a last minute decision to change that. So 16 points for him and 2 for Vardy, and then the bench is dog shit. Paddy, as you can see there, I'm a lot of greens in my leagues. You know, I'm at the top of most. So we go to the Beyond the Ball, and we're going to look for yourself, Paddy, which is going to go right down on the bottom there. He's climbing the ladder.
I'm moving up.
Oh, so a good week. Go ahead, Paddy.
I know. And look, scroll down to all my leagues. All little green dots. I loved all those little green
Oh
dots.
yeah, you love the green
Yeah.
dots, don't you? So
So
what
Pope
we saying?
got me 3. Konza 9. Fair play to you. Mazarawi, good man 6. Romero dog shit. Anderson dog shit. Although Anderson only came in because Jota didn't play, so I didn't even start him. So that was kind of default. He came in. Rashford 1. We'll talk more about the United result now soon enough and what I think about Rashford not being started. Diaz got me tasty 16 points. Bruno Fernandes, I'm sorry, but you're gone. He's gone from this week. Nicholas Jackson, Solanke, and Haaland all done a job for me up front. So yeah, happy enough. Good week.
You've taken my advice and gone with Nicholas Jackson, I see.
I had him the week before.
Yeah, you done it earlier. Right, well, look at the league, Paddy. And top of that league, he has returned. It's Aaron Gray. 377 points. In second place is Adam McDonald with 376 points. In third place is yours truly, and that's me, with 376 as well. I'm 1 point away from leading our league, Paddy. And I think I'm going to do it this week. I think I'm going to overtake everybody. And go
do me a favor and let us have a look at, can you see like this month? Because we've only got 1 game week left and then we'll have a winner for the month.
It won't show me. Oh, it
you
will
can only
actually
see full months, is it?
There.
Fix.
It's me. I'm top. Oh my God.
So what are you going to give yourself?
I'm going to double it and
Reach
give
around.
it next week. That's unbelievable. I saved myself some money here, do I? I forgot to say that everybody that joined, if I do finish top on one of the months, you all have to give me an extra €20. So I'm going to make massive money out of this. This is great. Happy days. Luke Walsh. So yeah, for the month so far, I am top with 153. Luke Walsh is second with 151. And Connor Little is third with 151. 95 points this week. The man who never looks at his fancy football team, but he made some good subs this week. 95 points, and then
he never lasts more than he gets to the halfway through point of the season, and he's gone.
No, he's like myself, no stamina. Quayle and McPoland is in fourth. Big Paddy, you are actually fifth.
Wow!
For the month.
Wow!
So
I could win it. Come on, good week this week.
You could win. You could win. Going back to the main league. Sorry, Chelsea 3-0. Chelsea 3-0.
Oh, it's against Wheelie, is it? Wheelie.
Wheelbarrow. It's Joe Felix, I think. Derek Henry. Oh, it's a free kick. Hold on a sec. Free kick from the edge of the box. Oh, it's beautiful.
We don't like. We're not listening to news talk.
Sorry. It's an own goal. It hits the post and it hits off the keeper and goes in. Derek Hennessy is in fourth. Harry O'Sullivan is in fifth. Annie McNulty is in sixth. Chris Garnett's dropped down to seventh. Dylan McCartan's up to eighth. Sean Brady's up to ninth, and then John Flood is up to 10th. So, a lot of action going on at the top there. Paddy dropping down to the bottom like we always do. Michelle Farrell again, still bottom, but a better week than last week. I believe she had 25 points last week. She's got 42 this week, so it's not as bad. Boris has come off the bottom of the league and he's gone to 42nd. He had 59 points this week and he's ahead of Michelle by 6 points. And then dropping back into third last is Nicole Brady with 242. Bit of a gap there between 41st and 42nd. So, right, that's it, Paddy. Fancy football is done and dusted. So we're going to move on to the football review. Oh, Big Paddy. Big Paddy. 3-0 Chelsea against West Ham away. What a result. Unbelievable. Paddy, you said we were going to draw. Do you remember that? And I said United were going to draw.
Well, but to be honest with you, I thought West Ham would turn up, but they absolutely didn't. They just stood around like fucking bus stops. Like the training poles, you stick in the ground would have been more useful than fucking West Ham. They were shy.
They were really bad. Now, look, I'm not taking away from Chelsea. I'm not saying that Chelsea weren't fucking spectacular and made them look shy, because I'm pretty sure we did. But Nicholas Jackson, an honourable mention for the performance he's been putting in. Exactly what I want to see from a striker. Running behind the lines, finishing the ball. That's the main thing I want to see. When he gets them one-on-one opportunities, he misses way too many. He was clinical against West Ham, and that's what we want to see.
21 goals in 26 games, the last 26 starts, something like that.
It's phenomenal. I mean, when people are doubting this man, I did have my reservations about him. I actually always thought he was very good on the ball and he does really good work. His finishing just was a little bit lacking, and he seemed to have turned that around because he's flying this season. 2 goals this week. A beautiful, another assist by Sancho. Right, we're calling it an assist. Right, he passed it probably 5 yards to him at the halfway line. Not really an assist because Jackson ran down the wing, then beats a player and then puts it through the keeper's leg. So yeah, you can claim an assist for Sancho, but I'm not really giving him an assist for it. And Caicedo with a beautiful through ball to him, beautifully weighted, runs onto it, a little outside of the boot finish, and it's fucking Bob's your uncle. Cole Palmer then straight away, a lovely finish straight after the break. And I said to myself, Paddy, this is one thing that Chelsea lacked in for so long. They just can't hold the lead, and they concede in the worst time. So I was saying to myself, coming up to halftime, I was like, please just get in without conceding. That's all I wanted to do. We got in without conceding. And then I said to myself, right, give us 5 minutes where we don't concede after the break, because that's critical moments. 5 minutes after the break. And we score. And I'm like, right, the game is done. Once you get that game or that goal after the break and you're 2-0 up already, that completely kills momentum. So any kind of bit of enthusiasm they were after getting from the manager, gone, dead. So delighted to see Chelsea scoring straight away after break. Another positive is we're getting clean sheets, which is good. And what I like to see was Wesley Fofana was playing right back for Chelsea, and he was booked. And I was saying to myself, do you know what? I think he might get fucking sent off here if he doesn't. And what does Maresca do? Takes him off. Beautiful man management there. Beautiful team rotation. Overall, very happy. I don't have any negatives on that game, Paddy. Do you have anything for me?
No, not really. No.
And it was, and you know what was even more beautiful?
There's no this like there was no kind of, how would you say, any talking points really in the game. Chelsea scored in the first couple of minutes, and then from there they just controlled the whole game for 90 minutes.
Yeah,
so there's nothing really to bring up other than what you've already said. Yeah, it was a you can only be who's in front of you. It was a good performance away from home in a London derby. But West Ham should hold their heads in shame because that was a pitiful performance.
Paddy, what's your initial as kind of obviously someone who's you probably take the piss out of me a fair bit about Chelsea, but as kind of just a football fan in general, what are your thoughts on Chelsea so far this season? Because we know like it's been hit and miss with them over the last kind of season or two, and we've there's a lot going on, a lot of talk.
I'd still say hit and miss, but yeah, like only because there has been like 1 or 2 banana skins. Man City wasn't a banana skin, but there was the one you drew at home. So those type of results are still there. So look, but if you continue the vein of form you're in, you'll be in and around the European spots. Whether you're good enough to get a Champions League spot with the other teams that are around at the moment, it's yet to be seen. But yeah, look, good start to the season. And a lot to build on. It looks like you're continuing the form that is finished last season in, which I didn't think is would because he's lost Poch. But so all the players coming in seem to be doing a good job, and he's not playing the ones that were signed last season and but weren't really doing a job. So he's playing players in form, which is what you want to see.
And you know what? I was only saying it to the lads as well that Chelsea made, I think, 4 or 5 subs in that game, and it didn't weaken the team at all. Do you know sometimes you have to take a player off and you bring them on, and they're just they don't have the impact, they're not as good. Like there's no sign of that for Chelsea. Like there's such a good squad now, and nothing is weakening them. And I'm just loving to see it and what's even more beautiful is the players that are coming on have a point to prove. So you've got all these world-class players coming on fighting for positions.
He's not still light at the centre-back area.
I would say a little bit. No, I would say a little bit. Yeah, I would say we will make we're going to make mistakes over the season at the defensive position. I know we are. Tossin was in there beside was it Colwell, I think, in the weekend. And to be honest with you, Tossin looks solid, and I don't know how I love or how I keep saying this, but I was like I love Tossin, and it sounds terrible because you know what I mean, because it's true in both senses. I love the player and I love the action. So I'm a big fan of Tossin, but he looks solid. He's big in the air. He's good. He's strong. Doesn't make much mistakes. The other hand, we have Paddy Shield who's playing there now. Excuse me, I'm fucking going through my defensive worries. Paddy Shield is a problem for Chelsea. I don't think he's as solid as I thought he was when we first signed him. Colwill positionally isn't great. Fofana is actually a centre back, but we're struggling in right back as well because Reece James is injured and Gusto is also injured as well. So there's me defensive analysis for you, Paddy. Right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next news fest.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Crystal Palace won.
It was 0-0, not 1-1.
Oh, fuck's sake. Sorry, that's my score prediction that I put up. Sorry, 0-0, a snooze fest. 0-0 with Manchester United and Crystal Palace. And sorry, Paddy, and I think I'm quoting you here. That was an awful performance by Chelsea and an awful result. The 1-1 against Crystal Palace. I think that's what you said. And I remember you saying, was it time
I didn't.
question?
I don't think I said awful.
Let me finish it. I remember you saying, was it time to question the manager? After the result, you said, was it time for Chelsea to start questioning that manager? And Paddy, I've got a question for you. I've got a question for you, Paddy, okay?
Yeah.
You are currently sitting in 11th position after 5 games.
Yeah.
Your goal difference is 0. Is it time to start questioning Erik ten Hag?
Well, I think it was.
The silence says it all.
I think it was before this game. I was very pro Ten Hag, and look, I thought for the first half we completely controlled the game. But why he didn't play Rashford from the start? Like for the first couple of games of the season, I was like drop him because he wasn't doing anything. But he finally finds his form. He scores two in 2 games in a row. And then he drops him. And Ruud van Nistelrooy is sitting on the bench. And I think we all know what any goal scorer, if you get a goal scorer that's scoring goals, you do not drop them.
Yeah.
You keep them on the pitch and you utilize them. Right, okay, he's saying rotation. But like you brought him on at the end. So play him from the start. And if he gets 1 or 2 goals, then take him off at half time to rest him if he really wants to. Garnacho could have started as well on the left. It mystified me. Even though we did play very well, but we're missing a target man. I think when Bruno is not firing on all cylinders, which he hasn't been this season, we find it hard to find somebody up front to put the ball away. And without Højlund there, we don't have an out-and-out striker, which is crazy for all the signings we made. We needed a striker. But we've got Højlund back now. I do think, again, very solid at the back. Martinez probably lucky to stay on the pitch with that.
I tell you what.
Mad tackle.
Graceful.
Mad tackle. I don't know what he was thinking. Very, very lucky to stay on the pitch. But there was a couple of weird decisions over the weekend from referees for not punishing players. But sticking with this game here, very, very disappointed in terms of, we were getting a bit of form, 2 good results. We came into this, we were beaten 4-0 here in the same fixture last season, but it was against a stronger team. West Ham have lost a player or 2.
West Ham, so Crystal Palace.
Or Crystal Palace, but even, that's right. But yeah, 0-0, another clean sheet. So defensively, we're fixing where we were really bad last season in terms of conceding 20 goals a game or 20 shots a game. So look, there's positives to take from it. It just the progression is not maybe as fast as an impatient fan would like, and I am an impatient fan. So I just need to see a bit more improvement, a bit faster. But look, I'm not the coach either. It's a hard job. Yeah, I don't know.
To me, Paddy, putting it down to an overall thing, like an overall cause of the result, would you put it down to team selection, or would you put it down to missed opportunities? Because there was some
Henderson
good opportunities. Garnacho,
I'd put it down to. I'd put down Henderson having a worldie.
Yeah, he was man of the match, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now Garnacho did hit the crossbar, and Bruno Fernandes followed up with a bit of a shitty fucking follow up as well. He should have scored it. So there was 1 or 2 chances, but I never really thought you looked like you were going to score. And I don't know if it's that thing where, like you were saying, you don't have a clinical out and out striker.
We did look like we were going to score in the first half.
I don't know.
We did.
I don't know. I just feel like that quality.
With the second highest XG in.
That's a bullshit. That's a bullshit fucking stat, right? I'm not. That's horse shit. That's made up by fucking some nobody. That is a bullshit.
You're made up by nobody.
XP or X, whatever this expected goal bullshit is absolute horseshit. Some little virgin sitting in his fucking bedroom like me going, "Oh, he should have scored there. He should have scored there. I expect him to score there." It's horseshit. I'm not fucking having that. It's bollocks. But Paddy, what's the story with Xerxes? Because I thought he was going to be the saving grace. He came in, he scored a goal, and then he obviously the next game he defended the goal with his knee. But like, what's your overall thoughts on him initially straight away? Like,
yeah, I like him.
Yeah, are you getting the output from him that you'd expect?
Oh, but we will. We absolutely will. Yeah, definitely we will. You look at Nicholas Jackson last season when at times, and he was firing blanks. Look, he's a new player getting used to the Premier League. I'm telling you now, you mark my words. This is being recorded. By Christmas, I'm telling you, we'll finish very close to Champions League spot by the end of the season. Very, very close, if not getting it.
I am right. Where's the calendar?
Next season,
24th of September, 2028. Paddy, ridiculous quote. Right, I've got that note down there. That's fine. I'll come back to that.
And next season, we will be title contenders.
Oh God!
This season, Champions League contenders. Next season, title contenders.
I'm sorry, but I am not having that. Okay,
don't be sorry. Okay,
you are in a terrible position. All right, you are in a worse position right now than Chelsea, and I mean as a club as a whole. You are a disgrace. You are a disgrace right now. And see this Radcliffe fella, he's not getting you out of anything. I'll tell you what his first building block would be get rid of Ten Hag, and then you can start talking. Because he does not suit Manchester.
It's going to be great.
Great. 100 million stadium. The fucking grass is going to be the same. You're going to play the same shit football on the grass, all right?
They told me they're going to give me my own beyond the ball seat.
He's giving us a box, is he? I do need a good laugh every now
box.
Have you anything else you want to cover on it?
No, just Ten Hag. Sort the fucking shit out. I want to okay, so that's 3 games unbeaten now. So we've 7 games within 20 days. If we can go through all that the whole period without a loss, that's progress. And then I'm going over to see the Brentford game, which I'll be doing a bit of which I'll be doing a bit of live streaming from.
Oh, nice.
And yes, we're gonna if we don't win that, I'm gonna burn Old Trafford down.
And just for the record, Chelsea need to score there. If anybody is watching or listening on YouTube or whatever you're doing, make sure you subscribe. We don't say it enough. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow, make sure you like, give it a little thumbs up. Please, and thank you. And rate us 5 stars if you're listening on the old Spotify or Apple Podcast, because that helps us for no reason. Paddy, game of the week. Manchester City and Arsenal. What a game we've had here. Couple of incidents, obviously. Here we go. Do you know why this is actually a good game as well? Because I won a bet. I won €120 on this. I'll tell you how. So, obviously, when City were. Wait, hold on a second. Was it 2-0 or was it 1-0? Or 2-0? Have I just got all scores wrong?
It was 2-2.
Yeah, it's okay. That's great. So when it was 2-1, sorry. When it was 2-1, City were obviously pressing and Arsenal were camping, right? So I'm looking at defenders sitting on the edge of Arsenal's box, and I said to myself, you know what, I'll flick on Sky Bet, see what I can see. What pops up, right? Ruben Diaz, 11-1 shot on target. I was like, do you know what? I said, all the defenders are so high and they're shooting from everywhere and it doesn't look like they're going to break them down. I was like, I'm going to put a tenner on Ruben Diaz to shoot on and get a shot on target. 3 minutes later, that happened. 3 minutes it took me and I won that bet. I was like, happy fucking days. So that one was written in the stars. I think that was probably the easiest bet I've ever fucking placed because I knew it was going to happen. Rodri, Paddy, has apparently done his ACL in the first
big
minute
loss.
or two. Yeah, so apparently he's going to be out for the rest of the season.
Title decider right there.
Well, it could be the difference. So apparently, Man City have a 74% win rate with him, or around that, and then it drops significantly without him. I think it goes down to about 65%.
Shit.
Yeah, so they're shit without him. But yeah, there was a lot of kind of talking points as well. After the game, obviously, Haaland, or after the goal, when he scores, throws the ball.
He can't get away with that. He can't get away.
You know what? I'm so happy they've actually come out and they said that there's not going to be any punishment for this. Paddy, we loved a bit of passion.
I suppose there can't be really, because if you look at the likes of Martinez's tackle, if they're not going to Haaland, they can't punish.
Yeah, you know? But Paddy, come on, like, I mean, we lose a lot of the game, and we've lost a lot of the game over the years, like that passion and all that stuff that we used to love back in the day, the Roy Keane and Vieira battles and stuff like that.
It's just poor sportsmanship, though. It's not that'll cause murder on a Sunday on a pitch somewhere over in like England or Ireland, with kids out on the pitch, like scores a goal, picks with the ball, throws it at some young fella's face, and then he gets battered.
I love it. I'd be starting him next game. If that was one of my subs and he's come on and he's done that, I'm starting him the next game. I love it. But no, look, it does bring back that match, right? Reminded me of Arsenal and Manchester United back in the day, and that's probably the closest thing I think we've got to that type of rivalry and that type of passion in a match. I haven't seen it in a while. Chelsea and Spurs do it as well the odd time. Like, there is a little bit of kind of fire in their matches as well. But like this,
it wasn't between City and Liverpool, I don't think.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was always very respectful, and it was always kind of. Yeah. It was always fair.
There's a hatred there, isn't there, between City and Arsenal?
There is, yeah. And do you know what I think it is? I think Arteta is just so badly wants to live up to what Pep is, and I just think he tries to emulate him so bad, and I just think he has a little chip on his shoulder because he just cannot overcome beating him. He cannot win the league, and he's failed the last 2 years. This Rodri injury could be a massive boost for them in terms of if they're thinking now, right, all we need to do is win our game in front of us, and City are bound to drop points. They're probably not going to drop that much points this season, like City and Arsenal. So, like you were saying before this game, Paddy, like this could have even been the title decider. The draw kind of keeps it wide open still, but I don't know. Like, I just think that Arteta and Pep, there's some sort of rivalry going on there, and I love it.
I think Arsenal have so much to be positive for out with that game. I think Trossard should hang his head in shame, because if he hadn't got sent off, they could have won the game. And to get sent off for something so stupid like kicking the ball away, it's pathetic.
Yeah, it really is.
I'd say Arteta was fuming over that. But then 7 minutes injury time, the goal is scored after the 7th minute of injury time. It's just drama, and it's brilliant, and it's why we love the Premier League. It's absolutely unreal. And then scenes like for Haaland, like Gabriel put his top over his head, so he was hiding away. Haaland grabs the ball, boom, off his head, and runs up the thing. And then at the end of the game, he pushes Arteta. He goes, "What was it?
Stay humble, stay humble, eh? Stay humble,
yeah." And love it. Jesus came up to him and he's like, "Fuck you,
fuck you, you clown."
Yeah.
He's like, what? He's like, "Fuck off, you clown." It's fucking beautiful. I love it. I love the passion. I honestly, right, and obviously we all hate him, but we don't hate him. We probably hate the fact that we love him. But Erling Haaland has been unbelievable for the Premier League as a whole. Like, I know, like he's obviously leading City to special things, and he's ruining it for everyone else. But he's just a special player, and he's a machine. And I want to watch him. I want to watch him so bad, and I want him to stay in the Premier League. I know he's probably going to leave in a year or two, and he's probably going to go to like Real Madrid or something like that. But Jesus Christ, I love him. Now, Paddy, I'll give you a couple of little things that we kind of came across and we were talking about. He was the fewest games to 10 goals in a season. 5 games it took him. Mick Quinn done it for Coventry back in 1992. And Erling Haaland was the other person that did it. Last 2022 and 23, he done it in 6 games. But he's after beating his own joint record this year, and he's done it in 5 games. So
he equaled Cristiano Ronaldo's goal for the fastest to get to 100 goals in one club.
It's crazy. And another one that we were talking about and we were saying is a little bit bizarre. And this is bringing Kevin De Bruyne in as well. Kevin De Bruyne has never won a Premier League Player of the Month award.
That's
ever.
fucking mad.
Isn't that insane?
Mad. That is mad.
And another one, right, is that Pep Guardiola has never won a Premier League manager. He hasn't won a Premier League Manager of the Month since 2021.
And how many did Arteta get last season? 4?
Arteta got 6 since then. So, no, 6 since 2021. But I think he went maybe 4 last season. Yeah. It's just bizarre stats, and they don't add up. And that's why I'm like, that's why I see all these fucking stats, but this XG and all of these little fucking virgins. Fuck off. Don't like them.
We love a stat. We love a stat.
We do love a stat. Yeah, we do love a stat. Just not
actually,
stupid.
I thought we were going to have Stat Corner, and you're just after blowing all our stats all over the fucking podcast.
You know what? You're dead right. Yeah, but they were all supposed to be for Stat Corner, but we've
thrown Stat Corner starts next week, everybody.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have more stats for you next week. Yeah, sorry about that. Paddy, anything else you can remember from this game? Because there's just so much happening that I don't know. What did you think of the red card for Trossard, by the way? Did you think he did deserve it, or do you think it was a little bit harsh sending him off?
No, there the law. He kicked the ball away. He deserves a yellow card. What do you think of Pep's reaction to the first goal kicking the sea?
Oh, I loved it. It's this thing, the passion, and I love seeing it. I don't care where it comes from. I just love to see the passion in football, and I don't care if it's pure anger or if it's pure joy or if it's whatever it is. Once there's passion there, do you know what I don't like seeing? I don't like seeing players fucking walking around and not giving a fuck. That's what boils me blood, and I hate seeing that from managers and stuff like that as well, where there's no character, no passion, no nothing. And I love seeing it. I don't care what Pep does. If he boots a bottle at something, I'm like, all right, he gives a fuck. And that's what I want to see from my manager as well. I want to see him getting emotional. I want to see him fucking being involved, more involved than he should be in the game. I like that. So I don't mind it.
How big of a fucking shockwave will ascend through the world of sport, and especially the Premier League, if City are found guilty of these 115 charges? It changes everything.
The problem is, right, so what happens from that point? Like, I know they're talking about a massive point deduction. So if that happens, right, if you get a massive point deduction, to be fair, they're probably still going to stay in the Premier League. Okay, so
you remember what happened to Juventus? Remember Juventus got caught? They got
betting charges a little bit different, isn't it? A little bit corruption there.
Well, we don't know. There's 115 charges. Do you know every one of them?
Yeah, I know. They were all from what, 2000? I can't remember the year they were from, but is it not all financial? Is it not all related to financial fair play?
I don't know. It's 115 charges. Yeah. No idea. I think so, yeah, but I don't know.
I would say a lot of them are going to get thrown out. I wouldn't say they've got proof for everyone them. So I would say if they are found guilty on something, they'll handpick some that they think they can probably give the highest charges on and do that.
But they've already set the precedent with Everton last season.
Yeah, straight away. Why is it taking so long? That's what I want to know. So that
because
there's something happening.
Because this was one charge for Everton, and they got docked. What? How many points? 4 or 5 points.
I think it was 3, and then it went up to 6 or something, didn't it?
So like, if they get caught like on say 1/10 of the 115 charges, that's 15 charges.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And what's if I'm being honest, like they could get 30 or 40 point deduction, but the problem is they still stay up with that point deduction. Like they got what, 9 or 100 points or something last year. So that means like take 40 points away and then they got 60. They're probably still finishing fucking top 10.
Yeah, but I think what does it do to the club then though, in terms of
that's the other question.
I think Pep was touch and go for staying. I still think, will he go another season after this? I don't know. I don't think he will. I think he might be gone at the end of the season.
The thing is, I thought he would have had a quite honest and frank discussion with the owner and would have went through these charges. I wouldn't have said he wanted to associate himself at all with this. So he probably knew that this trial, or whatever you want to call it, or investigation, was coming down the pipeline this season. He must have been very sure that City have done nothing wrong if he was willing to stay and continue on, because I think he would have left if he thought something was going to happen. So,
but I think the owners think that they will get away with this.
Yeah,
but like everyone that does stuff like this, they all think they're going to get away with it.
Delusional, yeah, delusion. So anyway, we'll move on. I think it was probably the most entertaining game of the season, in my opinion. And now when I say that, I know it was like 45 minutes flat out of Arsenal just sitting there parking the bus, but I fucking love it. And everyone used to always say to me as well back in the day, Paddy, when Mourinho was there, they're like, you just park the bus. And like, I'm a fucking, like, I was a defender when I was playing football. I fucking love the defending side of things. I love watching players just set up and defend. I love everything about the defending side of it. So inject that shit into my veins because I love watching defending. And I love watching someone trying to break a team down and they just can't do it. So that's my side of it. Paddy, we'll jump off that now and we'll go on to the predictions. Okay, Paddy, first one up. We just talked about them. Manchester City are away to Newcastle. How do you see this one going?
Newcastle haven't really hit the heights I would have expected from them. I think their manager, it's only a matter of time before he gets the England job. They can't make the signings that they want to make with these billionaire Saudi people either. And City will have something to prove considering Rodri's out. Everyone's going to be questioning them. They looked so fired up against Arsenal after that game. So I think they'll probably get a good result against Newcastle here. I'm going to say 3-1. I'm going to say Haaland to score.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I do see City kind of kicking on from this. And I'd like you're saying yourself, I'm not that overly impressed with Newcastle. They're in 6th position and they have been picking up points. They've got 10 points. But I just don't think they lost 3-1 against Fulham. I don't think they're as impressive as they maybe I'm just expecting too much from them. Just because of the whole takeover and the kind of the first good season they had after that. I'm not saying I could see a fall off coming from.
There's no like you're expecting progression season on season on season. So this is the 3rd season and you're not seeing it yet.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna go 2-1 for Man City, and I'm gonna say I'll say Phil Foden to score. I could just cheat and say Haaland, but where's the fun in that? Next one, Paddy, Arsenal and Leicester. Quick one. How do you think Arsenal's morale is going to be after that?
I think Arteta will use everything about that game to say that, the referees were against us, the time was against us, we're down to 10 players, we fought hard. So because there's a lot of positives to take from the game. Like not alone would it have been nearly impossible for them to win at the Etihad, but they almost won with 10 men. So if you need any, like, as a motivation as a manager, you don't need much more motivation than that to like say, look, use our world beaters here. We need to win the league, and you need to prove it in this game. And I think they will get the win, definitely.
Yeah. What score are you giving me?
I'm gonna go. It won't be a massive win, I don't think, because I think the game last week would have took a lot out of them, and they're still missing Odegaard. So I'm gonna say 2-0 to Arsenal and Saka to score.
Okay, yeah, I kind of agree with you. I do think Arteta is that little kind of weird, quirky kind of thing where he just uses all this fucking shit. You've seen the stuff with the light bulb and all this bullshit. Like, so I think he'll definitely try and motivate the team through that result. Although we say it wasn't a positive one. Like, if you had offered him a draw before that, he probably would have taken it. Like, so not a bad result. I think he'll bounce back. I'm gonna say 3-1. And I'm gonna say Saka to score. Just looking at the league table, Paddy. It's the first time I've seen it. Everton and Wolves, right? They don't have them 19th and 20th. They've got 19th and 19th because they've played the exact same amount of games, got the exact same amount of points, scored the exact same amount of goals, conceded the exact same amount of goals. So they have them both 19 and 19, which I just never seen that. I just thought it was weird. Next one, Chelsea at home to Brighton. How do you see this one going, Paddy? Come on now. Come on.
We've done what Brighton do last week, actually.
2-2 against Forest. At home.
Chelsea are going to win. Chelsea are going to win. Brighton started well. But I'd see Chelsea getting a win here. I don't think they'll steamroll them because I do still think Brighton are a good side. So I'll go probably 2-1 to Chelsea and Nicholas Jackson to score because he's in a big game of playing form.
I'm going 3-0 Chelsea. Handy one for us. Another 3-0 result. Brighton not impressed. I'm gonna say Who am I going to say to score? I've got so many options. We'll go Cole Palmer to score. Paddy, next one, Wolves and Liverpool. Wolves at home. Shocking. Like I just said there a minute ago, joined 19th, or I'm going to say bottom of the table. How do you see this one going for them?
Liverpool win 3-0 and Salah to score.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm not impressed by Wolves. They could be going down, if I'm being honest. Even when Chelsea spanked them, wasn't impressed by what I saw. I'm gonna go 3-1. Did you say 3-1?
3-0, like I said.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1, and I'm gonna say Jota to score. Paddy, probably game of the week again. United and Spurs. How do you see this unfair now for United?
I think it's two teams that there was more expected from them. Two mediocre starts from Spurs and Manchester United. So I think someone has to put down a bit of a marker here, and it's in Old Trafford. So I'm going to go for United to win it because the goals will come. Hoyland's back now. He should start Rashford. So I'm going to go for a United win, and I'm going to go for 3-1. And I'm going to go for 3-0 because I think we're going to get a clean sheet as well. Very impressed with Onana the weekend. I forgot to bring that up earlier on. Brilliant double save. Martinez and Diaz and Mazzarelli. If we got Luke Shaw back, our left back. But let's go 3-0, and Hoyland's going to get his first goal of the season because he's back, his first start and his first goal. Although we probably won't start because
I was just going to say, is he fully fit back, or is he kind of just getting himself back in then?
But if you've got a striker there and he's not fully fit, put him on for the first 20 minutes, half an hour. See how he gets on, and then take him off.
Put him on for the first, or bring him on for the last.
No, put him on for the first.
You think so?
Get the goals and then take him off. Like again, same with Rashford the weekend.
But would it not make more sense to bring him on at the end when they're a little bit more tired? And a little bit easier for him, maybe? No,
I don't. Go out and win the game at the start. Because if with that logic, we done it on the weekend and we still couldn't score. If anything, it took the rhythm out of play. So start with your best team going forward, win the game, and then make your changes.
I would agree if you had said maybe 60 minutes or 70 minutes, but not 20 minutes.
I don't mean tomorrow. Okay,
yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure on that one, like, because I was thinking, Jesus. Yeah, do you know what, Paddy? Right, and I'm not winding you up here, but I think this is going to be a 2-2 draw. The only reason I say that is because you've conceded the same amount of goals. You've both conceded 5, but Spurs are scoring a bit more, so they've scored 9, and you've only scored 5. So they're scoring a bit more goals, and that's the only reason why I would say a 2-2 draw, or it could be a 1-1 draw, it could be a 0-0 draw. But I'm gonna go with a draw, and I'm gonna say Bruno Fernandes has done nothing this season, and like you're saying in your fancy, you're taking him out. Is this the game he gets a goal? I don't think so. I'm gonna go Garnacho to score, because I don't think fucking Fernandes is good enough, to be honest with you. I think I'm just gonna throw it out here. I think he's dog shit. I'm just going out there. I think Fernandes is dog shit, and I don't understand what he does and why United fans love him so much. Just throwing it out there.
Look at it. Assists. That's why.
That's poor. Right, Paddy. That's it. That's it's poor. He's poor.
Give me the stats.
All right. 11th in the league table.
I know Bruno Fernandes goals.
No, we're not doing this. No, we're not doing this. No, I'm ending the podcast, lads. That is it. We're ending it. We're getting them. Don't end it. We're going. No. So if you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, hit follow and subscribe. Whatever you can do there. Same with Twitch. Same with Instagram. Go follow us on Instagram, TikTok as well, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That is it. We are leaving the podcast right now. Good luck. We'll be back on Tuesday at 8 p.m. next week.